What's going on, everybody? It is your host, Dr. Splash, the king and resident of Yancey Street. Thank you guys so much for stopping by once more. This is a rant slash discussion video predicated upon recent Superman stories and showings and kind of sparking a conversation that I think is really fun. Make sure to check out my new channel, co-star Carolina Knows. She will be debuting in November. She's got her own channel. I will pin it down in the comment section down below. She's gonna absolutely kill the game doing shit that I do or similar to it. We've also been dropping daily. I switched my schedule at work, and I think it's really gonna complement what we're trying to do in terms of content. So definitely tap in. But yeah, without further ado, like, subscribe, all that. You know the drill. We're on the road to 40K. Join the Yancey Street Gang. Right? Let's get into it. Now, we have a conversation going about Superman, right? And I am someone who, if you've been following the history of my channel, I'm a reformed residential Superman hater. Never really liked him. Thought he was kind of a bitch. Didn't like the way he usually handled beef. Overall, my impression of Superman was soft. Wasn't really feeling it. Didn't like him. Well, of course, with the nature of my channel, I would naturally have to read more and more Superman content over the years. And the more I read, the more I realized, okay, I get why people like him. You know, he is someone that I'm currently kind of neutral on. Now, with that being said, as someone who has access to all of Rebirth, has access to pretty much all modern Superman, has seen prior forms of Superman, and by the way, if you want access to my Superman server, hit me up to talk business. All of that made me kind of realize, like, man, it's kind of hard to argue that Superman is not a top 10 strongest character in fiction. Now, let's keep in mind, this is a character with a ton of history. If you're someone who buys into stupid metas like the supposed DC's only 60, fucking absurd, just go watch my Spectre video, dog. And that, go check out my Spectre shit, alright? But if you believe those metas, this isn't even worth watching. But if you don't, and you've actually read comics, it's a fun little topic, right? Because DC has an argument for being one of the strongest verses in fiction. We also have a shit ton of statements and feats for Superman. This is a character who, at this point in the game, is someone with absurd power to the point that even if all things die, if all things were to come to an end, if everything would cease to exist, two things would still remain. The Time Trapper, who of course is Doomsday now, and Superman. The great philosophers of DC have said, if all else is gone, the last son of Krypton will remain. With this damning fate, with this insanely durable narrative attached to it, couldn't we make the case perhaps Superman is a top 10 strongest character in fiction? I mean, this is someone who recently fought a character who had all of the strongest magic in DC. Magic is at the very least supposed to not be very good for Superman. He still was able to shrug it off, fight through it, battle back. Absurd shit. He is someone who Darkseid had to merge with Spectre, basically become God, and realize he has to break away from the narrative of Superman. This is someone who is supposed to survive everything, including King in Hell, Doomsday, who requires an armor which, in theory, would summon the presence to half the battle. If hope remains, Superman remains, all these things are true. Wouldn't Superman have a solid case for being one of the strongest characters in all of fiction? And this is what I want you to do, right? I want you to get in the comment section and let me know who you think is stronger than Superman. If you think there's 10 characters, list them. Arguments going in the comment section, but not just that, right? why don't you tell me who you think could actually permanently kill Superman? When I say that, I mean bypass the concept of him remaining when all things are gone because he is hope itself. Who can get it permanently done? I want to hear what you guys think. Now, if this is a video that crosses like 400 likes, I would spin the block and drop my own list of 10 characters that could kill Superman. But I need you guys to let me know what you think, and I need you to show support if you want to hear my version of that list. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I have Ghost Rider and Spawn Battle Swap dropping tomorrow. The Battle Swap series returns to the channel, bitches. It's going to be back on a Sunday. That returns. We got crazy videos coming up, like what if Baki was in the tuning exams. It's going to be a really fun next couple weeks, so definitely lock in. We're trying to push and blow up the channel, all right? It's a big move coming from the boy. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your love and support. And remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.